really appreciate it. I wish Elva was here today. I have such a strong feeling of support from Elva, and I really wanted to have the opportunity to share that with her. Elva is, I don't know how many of you really know Elva well or her recent years. I met Elva at our community meetings working with ECD issues, early childhood issues, for those of you that don't know the acronym. So I got to know her a little bit over time through that work. And I hadn't realized that she had been connected to Crescent Beach. And so that was an interesting opening when we started to get to know each other a little better, and I learned that she actually lived on the beach and was very, very active and participant in this local community, as well as the community outside. Her work with the Heritage and Historic Committees in Surrey, with the BC Historic Association, her work with the Canadian Federation of University Women. Just such a role model for me as a woman in community, and my interest in seeing how we can support and grow our local community. So I really feel strongly that I had this amazing woman who was able to model for me how to do the work, balance life and family and your own passions, and she really helped us steer towards our childcare programs when we first started talking about implementing childcare. We were talking about the Reggio Emilia approach, and so Elva had been very, very active in the early years at Douglas College, learning about the program, supporting the program, being a little bit of a naysayer, I think she would admit early on, not seeing maybe the value in its early days and being kind of turned on to it by her colleagues, and really getting to be a strong supporter. And it gave us sort of the impetus to keep moving forward, to better understand the work, see how we could build community around our child care programs, which we're still trying actively to figure out what it means to us in our communities, so that we're not just simply replicating what is happening in other communities. And so she introduced us to people that her colleagues that she had worked with for years. So really great mentorship from Elva. And so I got to know her on so many different levels, and then had the opportunity to say, hey Elva, have you thought about coming onto our board? It just seemed like such a natural fit as we were moving forward with our children's programs. And she said, sure. And it was just a real opening for us to gather our roots in our local community. Alexandra Neighborhood House had been in the community for years as Camp Alexandra and Camp A, and as Crescent Beach Community Services. But we were a little bit disconnected from our local community over the years, and Elva has been a really strong link for us to get to know our local neighbors, to get to know our old neighbors, and get to know those ones that maybe had stepped away from us a little bit, to reignite some of those conversations and to be able to gather some energy around what we're all trying to do jointly in our community. So I really feel thankful to have had her with us on our board and in the community as well. So Elva on the videos here, thank you. I can't tell you how much we appreciate having you participating so actively here in our community. And we have Rhea too that'll come up. She is our Director of Family and Youth Programs, and she has some interesting background on Elva as well. Judy Villeneuve, I had spoken to her this morning and shared that Elva was unfortunately not going to be able to attend, and asked her if she would actually write something for Elva that we'll compile into a book with some pictures as well. So she's on our agenda, but she won't be here today. But she also shared some really interesting stories about her work with Elva in community. So Elva has really found her way through the community in so many different ways, and that's sort of exciting to see. So Rhea, would you like to share?